it, you have remembered well how the Tenno arm themselves.
Alright, let me get everything set up.
Everything in orders, operator? Is that a pun? Attempt to bypass this fault.
And my stream quality is already having issues. What's going on, Task Manager? Tell me. Oh, it's HyperX. There, that should make things better. I hope.
Full system diagnostics.
Always a pleasure.
Alright, let's see here. Today, I wanted to do Nightwave, but I'm also running low on Forma blueprints. So I was going to do a bit of both. Some Nightwave, some Forma blueprints by cracking relics. Hopefully, someone will be able to join me and we'll just fuck around or whatever. But first, actually, because I was thinking there's a defense. Complete a defense mission reaching at least wave 20.
Coming up next.
If we can do that while cracking some relics. Also, yet again this week, I have another invigoration for Rhino. This time it's secondary damage and 1,000 armor. So I'm very tempted to swap out the currently 49 Forma Stug out of 100 for my Pyrana Prime. Because it's really fun. But, nope. I'm still 51 Forma short, so... Oh, right, I forgot to turn on streamer mode. One sec for Discord. I keep forgetting to do that. There we go. Alright, so I'm thinking we find a defense mission. Oh, there's an excavation on Venus. Or an Axie defense. I think excavation's always the best for that, but I already did the sortie and maxed out all of my standing for the day, so I don't have to do that again. What else am I thinking about doing? I don't know, it was just supposed to be like shitposting with the boys, going and cracking open a bunch of relics. We'll have to do that. Oh, dang, I can't see chat. Give me a second. I also have been forgetting to manage my extractors properly, so... I am perpetually low on polymer bundle, so... There we go. Hopefully you don't hear my chair creaking too much. I do have... I've ordered a new one because this one is, like, falling apart. Again. I don't know why my chairs keep doing that. I've actually gotten, like, a proper high-quality one instead of, like, a just basic $60 office chair this time. So... we'll see. Oh, hey, Alien, how's it going?
I exist. That's about it.
Understandable.
Your music is like not garbage for once.
Yeah, I actually went and bought Monster Cat Gold. So, if it's included there, I can use it anywhere. Here, YouTube, it's great. I just can't, like, download the MP3 files and hand them out.
Right. Well, that happens with most paid services.
Yeah. Well, this one does cost, like, $7 a month, but it's really nothing. So, did you want to join in-game?
Game still crashes my computer every time I try to run it.
Oh. So
I also just don't like the game anymore.
Are you gonna be our DJ then? Send me different sound alerts to add in.
I'm just gonna be here. Because the sight of seeing somebody alone in a voice chat is very sad.
Dragon says you aren't just dropping your rear every time you sit down. I mean, this chair is actually, like, broken. The gas cylinder does not properly, like, hold its height. It will go up and down randomly, whether I'm sitting on it or not. I don't understand why.
What you're saying is that if you take the seat off, and then just let it go up and down.
Yeah, the gas cylinder will just go up and down. I don't understand why.
No, but there's a different use you could have for that.
No. No, I'm not, it's not fast enough for that. It's like overtime, okay? We're gonna leave it at that.
The fact that you said it's not fast enough for that makes me believe that you've tried it before.
No! I'm not answering that. That just makes me sound worse, doesn't it?
Yeah, denial is age.
Whatever. So I've got Yes No in the squad with me, and I've got you in the voice chat, so I'm just gonna pretend you guys are the same person and blame you for everything that he does wrong. Sound good?
Sure.
We're just gonna be cracking a bunch of relics, trying to get Forma blueprints, maybe do some Nightwave as well, so. Any other suggestions, Alien, that we should do for the stream?
We're here in search of
Prank call Digital Extremes and say you want to buy their game.
The scanner has picked up a target.
I can't afford it, but if I could buy it, I'd do it just to save it at this point.
I am detecting a synthesis target.
Well, how would you save it? Like if
That's
you
a
own
good
100% of the shares,
Well,
what would you do?
the very first thing that would probably be like a good idea is to put a survey in every player's inbox, asking them to give their feedback and suggestions.
Well, the thing is, right, you can't do every player because a vast amount of the players are like people who just got the game,
Yeah.
right, who are just bored and scrolling through Steam. Like that's the last
Like,
group of people you want to ask.
everyone over MR5 or something like that.
10, at the very least. You can get 5 within like the first week of playing.
Yeah.
Keep fighting. Look for more reactors.
But even so, also, Necromech PvP would probably be a fun idea. To add a Battle Royale mode with Necromechs in the open world. Nope, not doing that, but... some kind of Necromech PvP would be good. I think Retaliate
Mech
did a
PvP is
video
cool.
on that like a long time ago about...
Partially, yeah.
ideas.
There's just ways to like make the game interesting after the star chart.
Obviously, the first thing I probably should do is spend like a year just fixing shit. All the little stupid bugs.
An artifact has been located. Proceed to the dig site.
And then after that, actually start working on the story.
Well, see, the thing is, right? I don't know if you've noticed, but whenever Digital Extreme...
Powered and protected from enemy
Well, I
fire.
don't know if I can even really make that excuse because they don't fix.
They don't fix bugs, no. Or when
Well,
they do, it
whenever
takes
they-
them years.
Right, but the thing is that they take long breaks between content. We assume they're working on things.
Find a cell.
Right, and then everyone starts complaining, saying there's nothing to do in the game, blah blah.
You
Right,
assume
and
they're
then
working
when they...
on things, and then they actually release something and it's just buggy and broken.
Complete. Look
Well, that's the thing too, right? When people complain and say like, oh, there's no content, they rush something, and it comes out being shit, then they're like, oh, you know, we don't mind waiting for content as long as it's good.
has been cracked open. Finish your mission.
Okay,
So,
the point is they need to
you can't
release
really please
quality
everybody.
content on a somewhat regular schedule.
The scanner has picked
I
up.
would say that
Well,
when
see,
one
the-
Nightwave ends, the next one starts, or something like that.
Okay.
See, the thing is that would require a company that's actually competent.
Exactly.
Don't have apparently.
Who just joined the voice chat? I can't see Discord.
I don't know, I'm watching a stream.
No, you're watching the stream. That's a good choice. Oh, hey, it's Dragon. How's it going?
Pretty good. I mean, considering all things. You know, one thing that did kind of irk me about the Sisters update, though, is that we didn't get a lens.
A lens?
Yeah, a Tenet lens.
Oh, the bow. Yeah, I thought you were talking about like a focus lens.
Fuck no. Who cares about
We do
lens at this point in Warframe's development?
I mean, I saw
we do have, like-
3, so.
a shit ton of explosive weapons with the new updates.
I mean, yeah, but still, the lens is probably one of the better explosive weapons.
Nah.
It's not as good as well. It's not as OP as the Brahma. It makes sense. It's enjoyable.
The Tsar blows everything else out of the water. So
Yeah, Tsar pretty much is the beast of damage. I just
Yep.
think that the utility of the lens in some cases can not be understated.
It's actually like fun, is what you're
I mean-
saying.
Yeah, you don't have
What-
to worry about like ammo economy. You don't have to worry about actually hitting your target.
so pretty
Yeah,
much every
really.
explosive weapon.
And it doesn't like
Some kind of
immediately
ammo
one
mutation.
shot everything though. It, like takes a second.
I mean, yes, but
That's what Hunter Munitions is for.
yes.
Well, that's why it has a cold frost too. It slows the enemies down to not let them out.
Yeah. In any case, they're probably gonna add it as like another drip feed weapon. They had the Brahma, whatever
Yeah.
else they added.
I
The
mean,
guy- the other guys in the squad are talking about me being Legendary 1. I wonder if they know I'm also streaming. I'm not gonna tell them.
how many people are in your squad?
4. Well, Yes No is actually one of our clan members. The other 2 are just random.
The scanner has picked
Okay,
up a
we're gonna
target.
reduce the amount of randoms at least. But yeah, I think of the size of blast radius you can have on a weapon, though, I think lens might be the largest blast radius.
Nah, I don't think so. It does have a decent blast radius. I think the Tsar has a bigger blast radius on it. Mode.
They asked
And
how long it took to become become MR31. I just said all day.
All day.
Yep.
Took a whole day to do so.
But I've actually been, I've been playing since right after playing with Eidolon. Well, at one point I actually went on a solid MR grind, and then it only just became possible during the Sisters of Farma's update with all of those extra weapons.
Huh.
Right for synthesis. Tame this
Yeah,
creature
no.
so you may perform
The
synthesis
lens
required.
beats it out by a 20th of what a meter? Yeah, a 20th of a meter.
Of range? And sorry, what's it beat out?
Lens beats Czar.
Oh.
Is it the Tsar or the Kuva Tsar?
Kuvazar.
That's it.
Does the regular Czar have more blast
Finish
radius?
your mission and we'll take a look.
I don't think so. I think the Tsar has more blast radius. I mean, either way, with
Waller.
Prime Firestorm, it just deletes the remaining.
I mean, yeah. I mean, lens pretty much does the exact same thing.
The nice thing about the Tsar though is that the old fire is very good for mag bubbles.
You could just use your operator for that. That's what I do.
Huh?
I mean, there's so many other weapons though that are easier to get.
Wait, how would you?
Operator is ready to go.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Enemy fire.
The Tenet. Actually, the Tenet Detron's really good at that.
Oh yeah, stats procs at the wazoo, man. I have to say though, of all weapons available for that job, I think Cedo does a little bit better.
Well, I only bought mag and then I just kind of quit the game. So
I totally understand that.
Yeah, I can. Well, I mean, I am still waiting for a storyline update. I'm so upset that they made a joke about how they've been delaying the new war for 2 years.
I mean, it's digital extremes. Did you expect anything different?
No, but
Well, here's the thing. At this point, the new war is turning into the next Umbra.
well, to be completely honest, I didn't. When I made it to the story, to the part that I actually was at, the sacrifice, that's when it dropped anyway. So I didn't wait that long for it. But now,
Then you have people like me who's been playing all the way since Necro's Prime's release.
this Prime trailer's alright.
Dig complete. Your hard work has just been rewarded.
I mean, at least it actually existed around the time he was released.
At least we can meme the new war just like how we used to meme the Hydra Prime trailer.
Yes, of course. Always and forever. They're not going to ever escape their mistakes,
Nope.
and they already know it.
I mean,
I hope they at least learn
If-
from them.
well, that's the thing, right? If the new war comes out, because it's supposed to come out sometime this year, if it comes out and it's absolutely dog shit, the game's done.
Probably.
That's just it.
I hope my sound balance is alright again. I'm still so crap at just that.
I would have to look at your stream audio in editing.
It's just like desktop audio versus my own mic audio. That's how Streamlabs OBS is.
I don't like that. I really
I don't. I
like
wish
that.
I
I would
could
personally
split it
rather have a separate one for Discord and the game.
Yep.
Hell, I'd like those even recorded into different audio tracks if I was to be recording it for later editing.
What are you talking about there in chat?
Oh, one of the other mates. I probably should have talked about that, but
scanner
on the
has
stream
picked up
to
the
actually
target.
make it more
Go to
interesting.
dig site.
Lemon flavored lemons, one of our squad, great name by the way, is asking about Inaro's Prime. If Inaro's
You
Prime
tell
is any good or fun to play. And I said yes if you
not-
enjoy being an immortal god, because that's
let's
effectively
see.
all Inaro's Prime is good for.
Yeah. Except he's the only frame who gets one shot in Steel Path, so...
Well, just don't get shot.
Yeah.
Top tier advice.
Yep. Totally exactly that.
Which actually, ask me, did DE confirm if Nidus Prime was gonna have any shields at all?
He's not gonna have shields.
No.
He
Why
doesn't
would they
need
add
shields.
deal?
He's the only frame that can health gate, so... Realistically, why does he... Like, Inaros with, like, 5 shields would be completely overpowered.
Like, yeah,
Because
just
then
add
he'd actually
5
get killable.
shields to Nidus or Inaro's Prime, and that's it.
No, that would legitimately make them unkillable, because they could just shield gate over.
Well, I mean, my Inaros
ability.
already has 12,000 health. That's before I start throwing out things like the
Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Forma Elemental Ward or whatever.
Yep.
Look what we just uncovered.
Okay, that's
Oh,
a 276%.
I really
roll.
didn't need to think about that.
Think about what?
Well, normally you would build Zephyr for power strength and range. You put
Not
Elemental
anymore.
Ward on her with ice, and she becomes completely unhittable, essentially.
Just turn on her 3.
Hey, just be invisible.
Yeah, combine it with her 3. Her 3 still gets her hit sometimes.
No, only by melee units, it still deletes all bullets. And besides, you have a 4 to crowd control every one shot, pretty much any level.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fact has been located. Proceed to the dig site.
So at work the other
So-
day, I received a death threat. Well, not just a death threat. We straight up received a bomb threat.
You work at a call center, that's part of the job.
Yeah, I know, but like, it's semi-regular too. It's more regular than you'd think.
You also live in America.
That is also true.
And how often does this really happen for you?
Like, the threats?
Yeah.
Probably about bi-weekly or so.
Okay. What company are you calling people for?
I hate to say this, but I can't tell you because I've actually signed an NDA. Or I don't think I can tell you because of the NDA.
Okay.
It's
as
a
long
government
as you're
company, I
not
can say
calling.
that.
Okay. As long as you're not calling people about their car's extended warranties.
No, they make calls to us.
No, then
We
yeah,
don't
no,
make
then
out
he'd be the one
that.
sending death threats.
Oh,
Renew your
God.
car's extended warranty or else.
Yeah, you hear that ticking noise? Renew your car's extended warranty and it'll go away.
Something like that. Well, I hope I never get a call like that.
Excavation complete.
You drive a Japanese car, it won't need warn.
It's Toyota.
Yeah, that's a Japanese car, dingbat.
Well, I'm also an idiot, so.
Oh, gosh.
I also figured out how to do like the highlighting properly. Did either of you see my thing about what's it called? Cyberpunk 2077?
What about it? No, I didn't see any Cyberpunk 2077.
So on Monday I streamed Cyberpunk 2077 about 4 hours just for like the intro to the game. And what I ended up doing was I went through and like highlighted out all of the parts that were like story relevant or like funny or something, and I exported those to YouTube. And when I did, well, that resulted from a 4-hour stream becoming, well, 3 hours worth of video. So what I'm gonna do, I'm thinking for my other streams, is just like make a best of highlight compilation, which I can do.
You know what?
Just using the Twitch.
Okay. You know what's bad? Is I could break down a 24-hour stream into less than an hour of content.
Well, yeah, because you gotta trim the fat off of it. But...
The scanner has the target. Go to the dig station.
Oh. That would be an interesting thing to have to do for you.
Well, I'm gonna have to. Well, the problem is I also have to judge what part's actually good and what part's not.
I mean, you have to do that with your regular content anyways.
Well, I mean, I'm like gonna do that with the stream though too, rather than making just a series of different highlights.
Of course.
Then I'm actually going to turn them into just one video. It won't be very well edited, I'll say, but.
Yeah, you actually have as much subscribers as I do now.
On YouTube or on Twitch?
YouTube.
YouTube? Yeah, and then Twitch I've got, I think, 130 followers right now.
Still haven't come back.
By the way, I'm waiting for an invite.
Oh, we're still on the same mission. We'll extract after this one.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
What the?
Oh gosh.
Sure. Yeah, okay.
Hi, little cat.
Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
117 total views. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, none of my videos on YouTube have ever gotten that much, but...
Oh no, I was checking your net total.
Oh. On YouTube or on
On YouTube, yeah, it's 117 total.
What we just uncovered.
On Twitch, I think I broke 1,000 a little while ago. Maybe 2,000.
Actually, I haven't checked. I made like one video a few years ago.
I really hope this
I think it's like a competition or something.
filter is working right now.
I mean, I'm not hearing anything from you. Like, what's happening?
There is a cat.
No.
A very happy cat.
Wouldn't mind if that wasn't being filtered, but...
Well, I don't think you want to hear her rubbing her face all over my mic.
That's what's happening?
That's what she was doing. She's purring and occasionally she gets up and tries to rub her face on my mic.
Alright, time to go. Then I'll actually invite you properly so we can actually... Ooh,
Not a living daylight out of some corpus. Or whatever.
I don't know, because we also have that 20-wave defense for Nightwave. We could do that while opening some relics if you want.
Well, that's an interesting one.
I think there was an Axie Fisher for that as well, so...
Oh yeah. That would be interesting. You said you didn't like the Merciless Arcanes, right?
I don't know which one that is.
Those are the ones that go under.
It's the...
What?
It's the on-kill ones for pistols and primaries.
Yeah, the arcanes that trigger on kills.
Oh, no, I prefer the on-headshot ones, because those just happen randomly often enough. And it has a higher total damage when you do it that way. At least in my personal opinion. Why?
As if I remember correctly, I have some.
Yeah, I still haven't maxed any of them though. I'll need to re-invite everyone. There we go, you've got your invite. If we're doing a defense mission, do you want to take something to wave clear and I'll just bring my support Rhino? That's got shooting gallery and Durar.
I mean, I have
Those
my
are more gonna
wisp.
help
You
a
can
wave clear.
Really bring wave clear.
Let's hope the randoms got something then. Let's see. If you want to do, there's excavation on Venus still. There's a Neo defense against Corpus, and there's a defense against Oregon.
Oh yeah, I got a rank 1 deadhead for primaries and a rank 1 deadhead for secondaries. And 1 unranked.
Yeah, I still probably need to like properly farm for the rest of those. Maybe I'll
I
stream
mean,
that
if
tomorrow.
you have...
I can't
if you have
imagine you doing Steel Path.
Right.
I do Steel Path. I did Steel Path last week.
Oh yeah, he does Steel Path fairly regularly. Isn't that currently what your title is? Something to do with Steel Path?
Oh, that was last week. I don't change the title. I change the title to the stream with every
47 counting
stream.
stars, operator. All accounted for.
But last week it was Steel Path to try and get the Umbra Forma that was there for 150 steel essence. I did get it. No idea what to use it on, but... So what did you think? Which one should we do?
Let's just do the defense,
Let's do Axie then. 20 waves of this.
I mean, aside from that, what could I really even bring to actually wave clear shit?
Theron or Mesa usually.
When
I don't want to take either of those because I don't have an invigoration on them.
Oh yeah, I haven't checked my invigs for the week.
Mine was Rhino, I think Anitis. Someone else. Hold on, let me look. It was Rhino, Ember, and
We use Ember then.
it was Nidus. I'm disappointed that Nidus wasn't next week, but
Nyx, Ash,
We use Ember
Chroma.
and Wave Clear then.
Nyx, Ash, and Chroma. Oh. Chroma's alright, but I feel bad about the other two.
Ash is good,
Well-
what do you mean?
Actually, the Ash one isn't half bad because it's primary crit chance and ability efficiency. Which
Actually, I could see that
actually
one working,
aren't
yeah.
half bad. And then Nyx is just melee damage and reload speed, which is like, what are you doing? You are drunk. Go home.
Nyx is already
then-
bad enough. You don't need to add that and make it worse.
Well, the bad thing is what the Chroma one is. It's just primary damage and 1,000 HP.
And 1,000 extra HP. I had that for Anaros once. Like, talk about unnecessary.
Yeah, totally. Do Chroma and Ash later. I don't think I have a Nyx. And I don't want to put that infusion on a different Warframe.
Oh, we're doing Foundry Adventures again. I didn't even notice. Whoops. I just came
Did
here
you
to look.
go into your Foundry
I'm going
again?
into my Foundry and I'm just scrolling through everything to see what I can build while you're getting ready, and I'm just, oh, well.
Mm. Mm. Well, my cat is about to lay in my clothes, of course.
And just take whatever, and I'll bring.
My Wisp will CC pretty much everything.
It's like the opposite of what you want to do in a defense.
Well, it CCs only things in line of sight, so you see it, you kill it.
I'll bring Ember then, just to do the wave clearing. If Inferno kind of does that, I don't know if Inferno still does it properly.
You summon meteors and blow things up. I think it still does that.
Yeah, but it only targets like what, 5 enemies?
If you build for shit range, yeah.
Oh, it's based off of range. Uh-oh. Hold on,
Chosen
let me
Warframe
check.
suits
I have
you.
145% range. Okay.
That is not enough.
No, it's not, but I've also got 254 strength and 119 duration. Augur Reach instead of Augur
Drop.
Message. There you go. 175% range.
Or just drop Umbra Vitality and put over.
Well, I like having the Umbra mods. So,
Yeah, but you don't need them.
The
But I want
only
them.
Warframe I know of that really benefits from the entire set, besides like
Position has been
Nidus,
compromised.
is Lavos, because Lavos just gains the most benefit from every
Watch
single
out. I'm
mod,
detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a
from
matching
what
weapon?
I've seen.
Well, except duration, because it like barely lowers his cooldowns at all.
From the Umbral mods,
Fissure. Look out for reactant.
Well, not from the Umbra.
Yes.
Use it
But
to
it's
crack open
like a
walls.
sound alert that he can
The
play.
reactant
There's like
is
a
working from the relic. Find more.
oh,
series of predetermined alerts that he can do. If you want to add one, you can always just DM me in Discord and MP3 file and I'll add it. As long as it's not like something copyrighted or something.
Racist.
I don't know.
Wait,
Maybe
what?
I'll make something.
I said, or racist.
Or racist. I said or something. That way it's like open-ended, okay?
I don't really have any reason to even consider something like that.
Alright, so this will open 4 relics, because we'll do 20 relics for the night.
Yeah.
Are you aware that it takes 15 hours to farm ash normally these days?
15 hours to farm them normally.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
Just wait, didn't they get rid of how to,
You get them from rotation C in Railjack Defense, which is always that shitty Corpus
wait,
defense
they
style.
changed it to that? Why did they change
Oh,
it to that instead of
why?
Maniac?
Because
No, it
Because
should be
why?
moved
they like
back
forcing
to
people to play
Maniac.
Railjack. They're called Manics, by the way.
Manics, Maniacs. Half dozen of the one is dozen of the other. I don't give a shit. Both sound good.
Why do they force it on Railjack? But then again, like,
Because they spent 2 years developing it, still nobody likes it.
they need to, like, spend
Finish
a
your
few
mission
years
and we'll take a look
undeveloping it
inside.
and then making a new version. Because it actually connects everything in the game instead of just, I don't even know what it does now. It's just its own game mode that's there.
It doesn't even know what to do with itself.
It has less rewards, like why?
Yeah,
I mean, the bright side for them is that
technically
even
getting-
if nobody plays Railjack, everything they stick behind Railjack, people will just buy with Platinum. Because they spend money to get Platinum.
Hey, at least they're not Activision Blizzard or whatever, okay?
I mean, are they that far off?
Activision Blizzard straight up does not have a sexual harassment policy, so yes.
Talking about in terms of like cash grabbing shit.
Well, I'd say the mod drop thing was definitely, do you remember that whole fiasco?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, are they really any?
They can be, but they have their moments where they're not.
Yeah, like they didn't add in, well, they had the accidental RNG of the, it was a long time
Scorpion.
ago before I started playing. They made it so that you could randomize your pet's color by playing a small amount of class, right? They didn't realize that they had
yeah.
accidentally made a slot machine. They removed it within one day.
Yeah.
That's all well
And
and good.
someone
but did
had
you
already
notice-
spent over $1,000 trying to get the right colors.
Yeah, that's cool and all, but they added this thing where you could pay $20 and then have Rising Tide automatically completed, get a Railjack, a bit of Platinum, skins or some shit.
But that was like, you pay for it, you know what you're getting. It's not, you pay for it, you open a loot box, and you're gambling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not CSGO
Where's that
lottery,
kind
but
of
at the same
stuff?
point in time, pay to win.
Well, it's like, yeah, I can understand it being pay to win, but like,
Extraction
who's that
is ready.
harming?
No,
That's not
the
harming
real
the
pay
players
to
who
win
are...
thing-
More of the enemy.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. The whole buying a railjack thing, I have no problem with them letting people buy railjacks. It's when you're buying something like mods. Mods are something that you should have to farm for. Everyone else has. But nowadays,
There
there
have been
are
mod packs in the
active
game.
mods you can buy.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's been mod packs in the game for pretty much as long as I can remember.
I'm just gonna ask though, does pay to win really exist here? Because there isn't like you're not fighting other players.
Paying to skip a quest is pay to win.
Paying to skip a quest, that's not like you're paying to beat other players.
I mean, without a proper PvP system, like how exactly would you go about beating players?
Most kills, most resources.
Yeah, and well, don't need to pay any money to fix this. Or to
I mean,
win.
you can buy resources in the market. That's a thing. You can't buy kills, but
You can buy kills? I don't think so, but
and you can't buy kills.
I can understand buying resources, but like not all of them.
What's a
can't
resource
buy-
you can't buy?
Well, you can buy most of the basic ones that the planets drop, but that's always been in the store, and it's never worth it. You can farm that same amount.
No.
Back like instantly.
Yeah, the
The
point
only
is
one
worth
in
it.
the
point is
market
to-
that would ever be worth buying just because you can't be bothered to get it is Argon. But even then, 30 minutes, you can get pretty much as much Argon you need for
the problem is
any
Argon
crafting
decays,
recipe.
So, if you buy it, does it still decay?
Yes. Or at least
Yeah.
probably does. I don't think they would change the rules on that. Just because you paid for it. I mean, not
but,
like
like, Argon's
somebody
the one
here
resource
probably
that
has
you will
more
always
platinum
need to
than everyone else.
I hit the freaking weak spot on this nullifier. Okay, never mind. It just died anyway. I feel like nullifier.
By the way, anyone here having trouble because of the speed?
What speed? Like from your whiff stuff? No.
Okay. I didn't know if it was that bad yet or not for you guys.
Not that high.
I think I can get it higher.
The words speed and high were said too many.
Is that all you heard? Just speed and high?
Yeah.
Of course you did.
Is the speed good? No, it's not that high. It could stand it.
Should I cut that in with no context? Let's do that. Let's cut that in without
Finish your mission
context.
to find out what's inside.
No, just make that a sound alert.
That sounds weird. I might do that too.
And the fact that he's so monotone makes it sound like he's stoned.
I always sound like this.
No offense to you, but you do totally sound like a bit of a stoner.
He's the dude from The Big Lebowski, even though I've never actually seen that movie. I've seen that clip,
I've never
though.
seen it, so I don't even know what you're referencing.
Sound like a stoner. Because of the shitty quality of the mic that I'm using, or the fact that my voice just stays at one level?
It just stays at the same note all the time. It doesn't change.
Do you
Yeah.
expect me to sing
Like
for you?
could.
No.
No.
But it's like you're practically a text bot or something like that.
Actually, I've heard some text-to-speech bots that have a lot of influx in their voice, and it's actually rather chipper.
Okay, fine. It's like he has that
I've heard
filter
text
that
speech.
corrects every note to G.
Yeah.
If you've heard of that.
So you're just saying I have like super intense pitch correction voice?
I'm saying
Yeah.
that might be a filter on your computer.
No, this is definitely just how I talk.
Oh, of the ARG, like, that I've started, have any of you done anything with it? I know Alien probably hasn't, except for the one clip you made.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, what do you mean? I like recorded a video.
You
and
made
played it
the
backwards.
clip, yeah, but did you actually, like, try to solve it?
I put the binary on the screen into a thing, and got some random bullshit, and then just gave up.
Oh, that was an old one. You'll need the hint from the other thing. It's part of a link, that's all I'm gonna say. Well, I've said more than that actually in the Discord, but
I'll be honest, as someone who's working kind of for you, I don't really feel it's my place to try and solve it.
I mean, I probably need to get like voice actors for it though. So if you guys
Do I sound like I could be a voice actor?
Yes, you would actually be like great for one of the characters that I have in mind. So
Do
if
you choose to
you'd like to
leave
do
now
that,
or continue
let
fighting?
me know.
Inevitably,
mic
I'm
works
going
well,
to
too,
wind
for
up
it.
with myself in this story
This
somehow, so
re-
I might
really
as well
does.
voice act for you.
It just
This
says
$20
extract is the real
earbud
thing.
It's good, okay.
Yeah, the 20. Well, like the low quality would play into the story. So
Am I meant to be like an experimented prisoner of war or something? Like
A Grenier?
Winter Soldier type shit?
no, you'd have to solve the first layer of Shock OS to more about. Like a few of the characters that I added already.
Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
The binary, by the way, is an old one that relates to a video that I put out. The backwards video that you made, Alien, is for the file folder that the administrator is putting in.
Wouldn't it be really funny if I was still admin on server and I just banned the administrator for no reason?
I mean, why would you ban
Look,
the
look, I
administrator?
solved it.
Look, I solved it.
Uh,
By
okay.
banning the... Yeah, no.
And the White House and told Biden he's fired. Guys, look, I solved racism.
You solved what?
Don't make him repeat it.
You heard
It
me.
could actually get you in trouble.
No, I want that to go in, but...
Oh, and apparently they're changing heroes, so... this could be interesting.
Harrow?
Or it could
Changing
fuck
what
up
about
the
Harrow?
entire game.
Yeah, what are they doing to Arrow?
I don't know exactly, I just know they're changing how his parts drop.
Oh yeah, they said that. Is it gonna be
Once-
Railjack too? No, I think they said
Once
just
they
tweaking
move it
the
off
effect.
defection.
Like Harrow is the only reason to play defection at this point, so...
Oh
no,
yeah.
he's not, just buy him.
I've just been
I have
running
to add
around
this
pressing
as
4
well.
for 15 minutes.
The macro.
Hit a macro. Yeah, I don't want to get banned.
Yeah. You won't.
Oh yeah, they're perfectly cool.
You definitely won't. I have a friend who uses a macro for like focus farming. It's basically spams 2.
Yeah, and that got edgy banned for a little while there.
No, he was banned for having a macro program open. He didn't actually use it.
Yeah, exactly. You're saying if he used it, it would have been fine.
I don't know. But I'm telling you, like, I know a guy who's been using one for years, never got banned.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish the mission
I
and
don't know.
we'll
I
take a
don't even
look
know why they
inside.
would ban people unless someone is straight up just beats to make it to an infinite amount of damage.
I mean, you don't need to use cheats to deal infinite damage when Korra exists, like.
For real.
And besides, what is that even gonna do anyway? It's a PvE game.
Well, I mean, did I tell you guys about? I know I talked about it on a previous stream. I don't know if I told you guys about the new player who asked me for help a long time ago to defeat the Jackal. This was before the Jackal's boss fight was redone, but he basically hacked his version of the game so that all of his weapons dealt an infinite amount of damage upon hit.
Well,
which would straight up bypass
game,
all of the Jackal's health gating and just one-shot it.
The thing is, right, this game doesn't scale in. Right, there's a number cap, and therefore there's a damage cap. So
Well, it was
you
like
can't
the highest
actually
integer or whatever that it could be.
Oh, so he just dealt damage cap with every hit.
Yeah, pretty much.
I still don't think that bypassed the gate.
And it bypassed the shield gating on the Jackal.
I think he would have had to intentionally do something to disable those. If he was rooting around in the code, he would have done that intentionally to bypass.
But he was like an
vulnerability
MR3 who even asked for help to defeat the Jackal before I went to the mission, and he did that, so... I don't know why he needed help, but...
He's
Well, see, the
probably
thing
just
is-
showing off and probably had seen you on stream or something.
No, this is
No.
before I
Decided
started
to
streaming.
show off.
No, I don't think it was a showing off thing. I think it was the fact that having two players would make it more difficult. Who was using kind of like a hack.
You're saying like he was trying to get me banned for that, maybe?
No, I'm
No,
saying he was using you as a
you as
diversion.
a barrier.
The problem is I don't remember the name or anything.
It's probably just a dummy account anyways.
Most likely, it's probably just testing.
So, like, why even bother with that? Like, why? Game is already just pure power trip, but...
I mean, the
Well, you get
only
one shot
thing
by
to
Sister
really
Parva
do in this
plasma.
game would really be aimbot.
And you've
Nice
already got that
exist.
half the time.
Move and strike. We have to win.
Explosive weapons exist, yeah.
I said
I mean,
Mesa
yeah.
exists, but yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't
Like,
think I've
am
been
I
aiming
aiming?
this
I'm just
entire
running
time.
around
I've
pressing
just
forward.
kind of been firing in the general direction of things.
I think
I
having
mean-
a smart gun in the game would be pretty fun, though. Like, Cyberpunk has smart guns where the bullets will correct their trajectory mid-air to try and hit the enemy.
Oh yeah, and that's definitely a cool thing
So you're
to
saying
do.
it has controller type aim assist?
No, I mean the bullets will change their course
Yeah,
mid-air.
that's a joke. Because people think aim is broken.
It's only the smart guns that do that, though, and you have to have like certain augments, and then even then it doesn't work on some enemies.
Did you see the video I posted about Cephalon Storm difficulty?
My difficulty is journalism, game journalist.
No, I meant like the Minecraft.
Oh, just Minecraft, but I'm invincible. That's just creative mode.
Yeah, no, but it works in survival, so basically you just walk around with guys. You lava heal you. Like cacti shrink when you...
Oh, cacti's like drink away so you can't take damage.
Yep.
Yep,
Extraction
that's
is ready.
about right.
Unless you can handle more
You
of
know-
the enemy.
I have to say this real quick though. Of the hounds, I love the factor that you can equip them with a mod that just makes a bunch of... oh god.
Yep,
start playing
that's
Bunch of
trumpet.
Exilist abilities just nullified.
No, we're not gonna just walk past that. Or did you just randomly start playing trumpet?
No, I started
He's
laughing.
laughing because we all got Forma blueprints. We all got Forma blueprints out of our 3 relics.
I mean, if I wanted to
No,
pull out
no,
a random
nothing
for
instrument,
Forma,
I have a
but-
guitar.
I have 3,
Continue to defend.
but I
You
don't know.
will be rewarded for your bravery.
You have a what?
I said I have 3, but I
Oh.
don't want to annoy my household.
Nah, do it. Do it. Do it.
No, I'm good.
Aw.
Besides, most of the songs I know are copyrighted.
And just deep fry him, and then it'll be fine.
How well did that work for
Well,
us?
last time it got claimed because I didn't use a Creative Commons license. I should have.
Besides, how exactly do you propose I deep fry my guitar?
Electric.
Deep fry your mic.
Cover it in batter and put it in the in a batch of boiling oil for like a couple of minutes.
For sure, then you can give me $800 to buy a new one.
You're supposed to actually be able to keep playing a guitar after it's actually been covered in batter and fried.
As soon as you put the batter on it, you ruined it.
Probably, but like,
Well, you don't want to hear my bad idea.
well, you said it
Well, now I do.
Make a slightly smaller guitar than the guitar you have. Take the body, deep fry it, and the neck, and then coat it in resin where it has a flat, clear exterior, but it looks like a deep fried guitar still. And literally is. But in
Yeah,
a way
but
that
it'll
can
still be
functional.
batters. It'll still break as soon as I try to put strings on it.
some argon crystals here if you want them.
That'd be great.
I think you just have a resource booster. Don't you?
Oh yeah, I do. So it was probably just one.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
You find your jump key, scroll wheel like I suggested.
No, I'm not doing that. It's still space. And I don't have a
Press-
zero friction scroll wheel anymore. Oh, I'm out of energy.
You don't need a zero friction scroll wheel. Once you can get like 7 or 8 ticks in one scroll, you'll be fine. There'll be 7 jump inputs. You'll be able to void dash really far, really fast.
Still holding.
You can just hold control and mash space.
This way is a lot easier on your fingers.
True. Okay, so you guys keep talking about it. So when I can afford it, I'll probably pick up Doom Eternal and do a playthrough of it. But
Elder said he will lend you his copy for free.
yeah, I know, but I don't like the idea of just borrowing it from someone else. I don't know.
Why not? Have you never borrowed a video game before?
No.
So you've never gone to your friend's house, picked up Mario?
Nope. I grew up
Welcome
on a
back to the
farm in
limit.
the middle of nowhere, remember?
Oh, we got a farm boy. Didn't know that.
Yeah. I got my first computer by building it, and I got the money to buy the parts from literally decastling corn.
Oh, my friend.
It took a month, and even then the computer was not that great.
Pretty much every part of my town, if you're not living amongst the corn, you're being strangled by it.
Yep.
I'm the only one here who didn't grow up surrounded by corn.
I don't know.
Possibly.
It is
I was
well, I
lucky.
grew up surrounded by
I
sugar.
lived in the cities
Oh,
part
Yesko
of
says I
the
don't.
area. Oh, here's a funny one. My father, his job when I was a kid, he made temporary housing for homeless people.
That sounds like a volunteer work.
Nope, he made boxes.
How does that make volunteer work?
Who's that one guy who?
I never said it was volunteer work.
He
Yeah,
turned
no,
a
I
new
said
dumpster into like a livable home.
Yeah, I said it sounded like volunteer work. I didn't say. So there's
I know
something
it
like
sounds like volunteer work, but it is
who
very
paid him to
funny.
do that?
There's another Argon crystal right here. Somewhere.
Just the
Nope, I think
company
I
that
already picked it up.
moved to Louisiana, like, I want to say almost 10 years ago.
So are you guys excited for Plague Star next week?
No.
No.
I'm gonna have to get on and grind Forma with you, aren't I?
If you want, yeah. That's probably what I'm going to be doing next Wednesday. Well, first I'll be farming Stronitis and what was the sidearm again? Magnus?
Yep.
It's just the single Magnus too. It's not the Act Magnus.
So
Doesn't the Magnus have an augment?
A regular one? I don't know.
yeah, it does. It has the deadly maneuvers that gives it 400% headshot, 400% crit shots after you dodge roll.
400% crit chance after you dodge. That sounds really good.
Well, it would be if the magnet was any good. So hopefully the prime is good.
Well, I wish it was the Act Magnus Prime because I've got a ribbon for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like the Act Magnus.
Oh yeah, I have more junk ribbons for you if you want to roll them into another veil.
Maybe. I wish you could, like, strap them into, like, ribbons.
Oh yeah, that'd be a glorious day because I need just one of those to be able to
Reinforcements available.
get another veiled
Do you
ribbon,
choose to
but
leave
I'm at
now or
capacity.
continue fighting?
I had like 100 and
Well, I'm
something
also assuming
ribbon
you don't
colors.
want to do Railjack to get ribbon slivers. Alright, that's wave 20
No
of
buff.
that. Yep, let's get out of here.
Yeah, did anybody
You're
else
not even
notice?
taking my Forma.
Did anybody else notice that the Magnus just looks kind of like the Tenora?
Well, well, well.
It's supposed to be like a
Y'all
revolver,
ain't my
though, rather
favorite
Other
than...
than-
brand of free-range
The Pandero,
lunatic.
that's
it's like a backwards Pandero, kind of.
yeah. Creativity.
At least Magnus has some cool skins that cost money. Like, it's 10 gen. It costs like $2. I was dumb enough to buy it.
You also bought Ureli, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Oh, here it is. Forma number 50 on my Stug. We're halfway there.
Don't start singing that or they'll copyright ya.
Yeah, probably. That's why I'm just gonna leave it there.
I was
Halfway
tempted.
there. Out of 100 Forma.
I'll do it in the chat.
No, no, don't you dare. Ooh, there's a quick capture. Or we've also got to do the, well... Do you want to do the day trader thing?
For the exceptional.
The what?
Yeah, so for Nightwave, one of them is called Day Trader. You have to win 3 wagers in a row without letting the enemy score 1 point in 1 match of the event.
So, like, majorly stupid aerial denial. Or area denial.
Yep. It's easy if you have a full squad and organized and you're
Let's
lucky.
get back to it.
Just get good. Bring a Limbo and a Korra.
my best single shot weapon is Tigress.
You want to like get a fourth and do that? We could use a
I got Equinox.
I was gonna say a limbo.
I don't have Limbo!
You don't have limbo? What about you,
Nope.
Yasno? Do you have limbo?
Diagnostic regressions. All systems nominal. You don't need to thank me.
I wish.
Fine. Hosting, Dave, Creator, LF, limbo. Let's see if someone else will join up.
For all the great secondary weapons that I have that I like to use, I think the only one that I have that's really good for this is my Piranha.
The Prime?
Yeah.
Who would be good other than Limbo and Korra? Frost, if you have his augment. Basically, it's area denial. You can't let the enemies step on one particular spot. I'll handle the rest of running around and killing them and taking the points.
Actually, Equinox is probably one of the better.
Yeah, something that can... I suppose Harrow would work too if you can chain them down.
No, Harrow's thing is linear. Equinox, you can spam her sleep ability, and you can also use her fourth ability to pretty much self-unkillable with infinite shield gating.
True.
Fudge that noise. Duality.
Yeah, duality is cool and for 12 seconds.
It's your first ability. It is so easy to recast and just murk everything.
But you also need to remain in night form to actually be useful and grab
Actually, Loki, because Switch teleport? You want to try that?
No, you need to actually have good aim for that to
teleport them
work.
off the cliff. And if you switch teleport them off the cliff, you don't get the thing.
Actually incorrect, I'm pretty sure they spawn on the edge.
Does he knock down enemies with this arm?
No, but you can use irradiating disarm.
Yeah, irradiating disarm would cause them to fight each other. And since they seem to sometimes
they
see
also-
through walls, you could do that.
They'd also like target enemies, or they'd still try to go for the thing. So you two are just like on guard duty for that, and I'll go kill them all.
Equinox is a better offensive frame for gathering points than run.
Yeah, but I like having the ephemera of just all the points going around me, so...
How much would you pay to have that in the game? Like outside of the
How
inventory?
much platinum do I have? 6,269 plat. That's how many. Just so I can do it ironically all the time. Just need to get one more person in there, you know. Let's see if...
I just say a legendary one, everybody else are creating themselves.
This person is looking for the index, so we'll see if they're looking for day trader. Let me bring my chair back up because it keeps going down. I've already ordered a new one. That's how bad this is.
Dude, I've been using a bar stool the last 2 years.
Interesting.
No, I've actually got a bar stool. Did I bring that in here?
I mean, if you're planning to sit on it for...
I'm gonna go do that. I'll be right back. I'm bringing one of my bar stools.
I just thought about it, and I could do Cedo. Just shoot the glaive and let the thing combo itself.
Yeah, this thing's way too high, but we'll give it a try. Actually, when I put it all the way down, about the right height. It's still way too high, but
Yeah, it's nothing else. And companions are like completely out, right?
I don't know if companions
Pretty
even
much.
spawn. Yeah.
No, they are, but like, take them off you, because if you're not equipped to carry the points, if you have vacuum, you can still pick.
Yeah, vacuum doesn't affect the points.
No, it definitely does, because when I was playing Korra, Venari was picking them.
Oh.
It only works with Korra though, since she's the only one that can have a pet spawn.
I wonder if you can do like the what's the Helman summon pet ability?
Master Summons.
Can you do
It
that?
wouldn't do anything. Or at least I doubt it would actually do anything. I would imagine that... A lot of the index is based off the old PvP system, so I doubt it.
Yeah, probably not. Anyway,
But
we got our
the
squad.
weapons
This
and
guy's got
armor
a limbo,
limitation
so-
does tend
Ready?
to be connected to certain others. Yeah. Just set us to whatever we need.
High risk. I'll go. Oh
Do we
shit!
need
I don't have.
3
Don't accept
rounds
that
of
yet.
it?
Don't accept that yet. I need to switch to my index build.
Genius.
Okay, we're good. You can accept
Most
it now.
definitely the highest.
What's the point of building health if you're going to lose it anyway?
What do you mean? If we're gonna lose it anyway?
Every time you pick up a thing, you're going to lose health.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much relying on Iron Skin to stay alive, so why waste space building?
For the Umbral mods, for more Umbral Intensify,
And more armor.
and more armor as well. And also because I have 3 Umbra Forma on my Rhino.
Because he's a rhino nut.
Yep.
Funny because we still neglected Storm.
Yeah, I did do that a bit.
Most people just build rhino for 2 different abilities and call it a day.
Which is pretty limiting for
Ever
such a good
since I've done
CC
the
power.
index. Supposed to go to, what, 15 and then bang?
I'm playing next, I do Profit Dagger because I'm not a nerd.
Something like that.
Oh hey, that's 8 rare mods.
Please don't tell me you have a mod chance booster.
I think actually I do from the sortie. Like the sortie yesterday gave me a 3-day mod drop chance. Okay, there it is. That's bang.
What response did you get for that?
15, total of 23. Because it had that bonus.
Asking what was the bonus, because I think the bonus can go up to 10.
Oh, the bonus was 8.
Bonus max at 5. Then, yeah, it maxes at 10 then. Which means it would be like 20.
No, it's 2
Yeah, I think
4
it's-
and then it goes to 8. Because 15 gives 8 bonus.
Yeah, but I don't think 15 carry. A Toxic Glaive Prime would just one-shot all of them anyway.
I mean, yeah. You could one-shot pretty much all of them with Blade Prime. But, you know what? What's the fun in that?
Oops, that's 17. Guess I'm going to 20.
Points in the open.
There we go. Oh, it goes up to 30 bonus. Or 10 bonus when you bank 10.
And life depend on it.
Anybody realize the limbo, his bubble isn't actually covering the...
No, but it is blocking all of the entrance to it, so...
Good enough?
Yep.
Working.
Broker down.
Yeah, Luck Johnson.
Not anymore. There goes Auditor.
Again.
Aw, some of those points fell off the map.
Investors are eyeing those dropped points. More points in the vault.
I hope between me and Seth, you guys aren't having to see too many enemies on your side.
Oh shit, my iron skin just broke.
And to actually be good at the game.
And of course my energy drain just lost all of that. Alright, see ya.
This is why you invest in Zenric.
No, that's why I invested in Vaseline, to just go immortal.
Yeah, he's right.
Why am I reloading all the time? I've got 20 shots. Oh,
I don't know.
Shit. Well, we failed. Don't ask me how the Limbo managed to do that, but...
I told you he wasn't covering the...
That's okay, we can try again.
Got rare mods.
This is why Dark wakes up in the morning, folks.
You get so salty when something breaks.
Broker down.
I'm very tempted to just tell the Limbos who had one jump. Just one.
Do it. Open up the voice chat and do it.
Turn on in-game voice chat. Someone actually did that like a few days ago.
Every time somebody talks through the in-game voice chat, I get surprised because I can there.
Shocking turn.
The Warframe Spike is like the most social on.
You died, I'm guessing? That's okay, I got all your points. We just failed, so we need to reset.
I forget what my voice comm key is.
I don't remember it either. I turned it off. By default it is C, but I've changed it.
I think I've changed it.
Job, you
I can't remember if I really have or haven't.
The Limbo literally did nothing. 0.0 kills, 0 deaths.
I mean, that technically is what we have him here for.
No, we don't have him here.
He ditched?
What's his name?
He ditched.
Nagel 2025.
Yep.
Message him and tell him he had one job.
One.
Oh, okay. Let us know when. Yeah, just PM me when you're back. Yes, no, and I'll get you reinvited.
No, don't close the tab. Tell him he had one.
I'm not doing that. Okay, I'm not gonna be a salty bitch.
You are a salty bitch.
True. So I'm gonna try and
He's
fix
not that
that.
level of salty bitch. Hey Seth, you want to go do some trading real quick while we have to wait on him?
What do you want, or what are you trading for? Oh, the ribbon.
I mean, the Rivens, the Deadheads.
Oh,
I
sure.
mean, I do wind up getting a few of those, and I have little to no interest in Deadheads. And I know you have little to any interest in Merciless. So just set us to a dojo.
Merciless are for some. I'm just trying to get a max of any of them, really, so.
Yeah.
It says he needs to reset his game. He's still in the squad.
Who's still in the squad?
Yes, no? I don't know why. He said he needed to reset his game. Hold on, let me change up my faction a little bit.
A fearsome appearance, Operator. You will strike terror in your enemies.
Okay. This cake is better. Yeah, I'm gonna just start it.
There we go.
Oh, by the way, who did the dragons in your... Oh, I guess we're going to my dojo, never mind.
In my dojo?
In your dojo, who did, like, the creatures? Because I want to hire them to do a certain creature in our dojo.
I think that was Dark...
I think it was Darkalia?
Yeah, it was, like, Darkalia, Mars, and I think Elder had a hand in it, too.
Yeah, because I was decorating this room, which is supposed to be like a tribute to Ricole. I wanted like an Orican bear in the cave up there, but you know I can't decorate very well. This is about my level of skill. Was a mountainside.
Rocks everywhere.
Was a mountainside with a cave.
Okay.
Like you
It's
can
also-
see that much at least, right?
It's
Like,
obligatory that you kneel every time you come into this room.
no, not kneel, but
Yeah, that'll work.
yeah, because I need someone to do the Orican bear because I can't. Alright, so what did you want from me? I don't remember.
Merciless Arcanes.
I don't have spares.
He doesn't have any.
Okay. But then I guess just Platinum.
Platinum? Okay. We can do that. Any, like, particular weapons you might want a ribbon for, though? I still have a bunch of veiled ones that I haven't opened yet, by the way. I don't know if I'm gonna do another ribbon unveiling stream.
Yeah, well, there are ones I have that would be interesting to have. There are weapons I have that would be interesting to have ribbons for, but I don't particularly at this point have.
Here,
I
I didn't
guess
even list this
Tito.
one yet. Have fun. You said Cedo? I don't think I've got one with... But I do have one for the Corinth that's just spare that I haven't even listed yet, so...
I'm not the biggest Corinth fan, personally.
That's fair.
And honestly... I
would just give you...
Thunder Chakra and Arcanes, probably. If you wanted to just trade items. I'm cool with those.
Here, I'll just give you this. I think that's... I don't know, like, the value of the arcanes at all, but...
I mean, maybe 5-10 plat a piece. I don't know.
Okay, you can just have 269, because... Whatever.
Because you like your funny numbers.
Yep. Well, actually, it's because I had 6,269. Now I've got exactly 6,000. I like my even number. Alright. Oh, sorry, I should ask. Was that all?
I had another individual rank 0 deadhead, but... We'll probably get it to you later.
It occurred to me that I'm not on your friends list.
I think you are, though. See? Oh, you're not
Alien?
online. This is only shows online friends.
No, you can go into like the go into the communication. You'll see all of them.
Oh yeah. You
Oh,
just
wait,
have to
you
check
aren't,
the
are you?
offline ones.
Wait, aren't
Nope.
you on my
I was just in a
list?
clan.
You probably just went to the clan all the time to grab him.
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
Alright, so are we gonna try again with that? See if we can't find,
No. I just remembered I can like message people in game from the app. I was gonna send you a random message, and then I was like, oh wait, your friends list.
Here, we can fix that, hold on.
I don't know if I can
That's the
accept
wrong
friend
one.
requests.
Can you
I don't think I can accept friend requests on mobile.
Right, there was a cat in here.
I'll try. But
Yes.
I think I got that
Oh,
right. I
mod
hope so.
mod's
Yeah,
so
that's me.
expensive.
I've been thinking,
Let's see. Let's open the app and see if that
I
works.
thought you'd want to know.
Oh, it does work apparently.
For an area denial frame. I'm Wisp. Wisp is not an area denial frame.
He has some CC damage and DPS boosters as well as healing, which is not particularly known for area denial. I mean, honestly, at this point, we might as well just go grab a Vubon and say happy not to know ya.
Oh, someone else says can do. Let's see what they've got. Okay, sure. That's a Necross. What? Huh?
What did he send you?
I'm not telling you.
It is showing on stream, right?
Yes. I'm not putting that in.
No.
Okay, at this point, because I said that, I kind of have to, don't I?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alien, clip it.
Do I want to though?
Dude. Come on.
Yeah, why not? That was an incredible reaction. Exactly what I was expecting.
Not the one.
I mean...
You know I'm gonna have to highlight that and put that in the video, right? I'm upset that I'm gonna have to do that now.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm trying to find it so I can clip it.
I mean, him clipping it just makes your job easier, don't it?
Well, no, what I do is when I highlight it, you can... I don't know if you know how Twitch highlighter works. I'll show you after the stream.
Okay.
Pretty sure you just pick like parts of the it'll stick them together.
Effectively, yes, but you can also, like, include multiple sections of the highlight in order to edit together all of the parts. Or, like, cut out the parts that you don't want. Dragon, are you ready?
Yeah. I think our other one had just gone like, okay, I'm going AFK on us. And that's why 2 got in.
It was one person with 2 points, I think.
I got it.
Either
no.
Are you ready for the index?
Well,
Send it to me. I'll make sure it gets in a video.
Well, I'm just clipping it.
Well, if you send me a link to it, I'm his YouTube editor, so...
That used to be my job until I disappeared off the face of the...
I mean, both of you can take it up if you want, so... Because the way YouTube Studio works, can't you, like, have different in-progress dates of it?
I don't think so. And besides, I don't use YouTube Studio.
Yeah, I use my own editing program.
Okay, so maybe I should send you, like, the highlighted bits then, and...
Thank you.
Oh, that's an allied prospector. Wait, why do we have a prospector? What happened to Yes No?
He said game
Do you
broken.
ever invite him back?
I'll try in just a second. Pick up that. Okay.
You know,
Unable to
I
join,
never
objective
know
been
when I
completed.
kill stuff, I just run past things and things die.
Hey, Yes No, if you're still there, PM me in game and see if... Well, they won't let me invite you now, unfortunately, but... Let me know if you're still there. If you want us to back out, we can try again.
I mean, this Frost Spectre has already done much more than the other Limbo did.
True. I wonder why Nathaniel is still like bothering with the index, you know? We make so much credits off of him. And yet he just keeps letting us do this.
Because if he stopped, he'd be seen as a coward. Plus, he's probably taking so many lower ranking schmucks and making a fortune off them that what we do is into even impact, really. Besides over maybe 5% of what he makes.
That's pretty significant for a mega corp like the corporate.
I mean,
Yeah, 5% or 30
off
million.
the
is still
index.
Okay, I gotta highlight that bit where I just shot right between his legs and completely missed.
Why are you highlighting your failures?
because I'm admitting to them at least. Can you guys put slow-mo on that and everything?
I could probably pull up some music. Make something.
Oh, I'm at 20.
Oh yeah! I think I might actually have a bit of music that I made that might serve well as an outro.
Well, we could just use something from Monster Cat Gold, like...
Yeah, but if you ever wind up not paying for that anymore, it's something I wrote.
Well, I like Monster Cat a lot, so I'm probably gonna keep paying for it.
Okay.
But we can absolutely try that if you want.
I considered making you outro music, but like, do I really want to put effort into that?
Oh no, this is something I already have made, and I don't have an actual use for it, so it's like, why not give it a try?
Where are all the enemies at?
I don't know. One just spawned, then died over here.
I got one. 2.
And I am currently camping a translocator. Good triple.
Triple killed him, yeah. At least they aren't copying me yet. It's really weird when you just turn around the corner and there's yourself with a Ferox.
Oh yeah, the copycat.
Yeah.
What's even worse is when someone actually brings that weapon in here for whatever reason. So half the time when they have it out and you're shooting them, it's like, oh, you're the real you, not the fake you.
I wonder if on-call... Nope, I can't even open my gear wheel, never mind. I was gonna try and get on-call crew in here because, you know, we got our Lord and Savior on that.
Your Lich?
Yep. You know who it is.
I don't remember the name.
Enos.
Oh yeah. Your elbow.
He's just always gonna be on my Railjack crew, just so I can always summon him.
All I'm gonna say is that there's a reason you had to have a Lich in that.
I have no idea what you mean, but okay. You know it's randomly generated.
Yeah, but you could have chosen to kill it.
I could have, and... Well, to be honest, the only thing that would have made it better is if he had a Kuva Kraken instead of a Kuva Seer.
It's the mighty seer.
Yeah, well, of course I converted him, though. You know, I never would have made any other choice. I can make so much flat off of selling him, but I'm never gonna do that.
Why? Does he have an ephemera or something?
No, his
No, his
name!
Just a name game.
It's the best name ever, though, and it's randomly... I keep shooting your Equinox Prime because I fear you're a duplicate or whatever.
It's essentially a specter.
I know, but it doesn't show up on the map, like... And the enemies don't show up on the map either, so I just feel, oh, well, it must be an enemy then.
Actually,
Okay, so, like, what if
I'm
enemy
pretty
radar?
sure he shows up as a blue dot.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
Yep, just like the other specter.
And I got oh, wow, well, I'm an idiot. I didn't need this much, but whatever. That's one.
You need to turn this around. Your livelihood and life.
Man!
And nothing got through yet. I did accidentally go over by 2 points, but whatever.
Slight inefficiencies of mankind will not be its downfall. It will be its glaring mistakes.
It's gonna be accidentally causing a category 4 hurricane. Nothing? Okay.
I wish there was a button to just like yeet points at people.
Pretty sure Storm wishes he had a button that would, like, candle after him.
It would have this as an ephemera? Yep. I want even more. I want it to be like... blinding.
No, that allowed you to make your rhino laugh.
And they did add new emotes, didn't they? Like the... emotes for... our other guy left too. We have no limbo. Dragon, do you want to just defend? And I'll go and handle everything else?
I'll try to.
Okay, I'll handle...
What's our other specter besides Frost?
It's a Wukong.
Okay. Doesn't have to worry too much about him. He may go invisible every once in a while, but shouldn't have to work.
This is such a mess, though. Auditor tried to make it in.
I'm guessing my pseudo glaive made it way to him, huh?
No, I got it.
Yeah, good.
Play a closed defense. Unstable internet. He just messaged me again. There.
Auditors over there.
Yep.
I ain't Ethernet cord, you pathetic piece of scum.
No, it's because right now in America, some internet providers are throttling it.
Yeah, and they
Live not in America.
Do that if you don't have a VPN.
Live not in America. Oh, I mean, there are some times where I'd like to, but the core values are strong. Just everything else is not.
And you remember you can own a gun.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that brings up a good thing. You had asked previously about owning specific firearms in a clip.
Yeah, for home defense, I asked if I could own a Trumna, and there was something else as well.
You were specifically holding a Czar. You were wanting
Czar, yeah,
cannon.
was one of them.
A cannon and a grenade launcher, because it kind of is a cannon grenade launcher. So, I did do
alert, by the way.
research. I did actually do research. You want the answer?
No, I mean you can't own a grenade launcher. Defend.
There's another point here.
Oh, there is?
Like, nearly on the point.
Yeah, what was it? I don't see it. I think the frost.
Got it now. Or that. But yes, you can own a grenade launcher. It's just a lot of paperwork.
Just like a
silencer.
Telling...
Silencers are actually completely illegal.
In most
However,
states,
a emissions filter is not.
An emissions filter.
Yes.
So what you're saying is there's a workaround.
I'm not saying exactly that. I'm saying there is a piece of kit that is similar in function, however, serves a completely wholly different purpose.
Now I can just put it against the pillow. That'll work. It always does in the movies.
Nah, technically a watermelon would be better.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's actually a thing.
Water absorbs sound better than a pillow does. Since pillows are mostly gas.
What you're saying is I should dunk a gun underwater before I shoot it.
No, then it won't fire.
No, most guns will fire in water as long as their munitions are properly manufactured and sealed.
What kind of gun are you talking about exactly?
Can vary between pistols, submachine guns, and rifles. A majority of them can actually fire based off just the amount of gas contained in the casing.
Pretty sure SMGs are like completely illegal. They don't come in like semi.
No, semi only is...
No, there are some submachine guns that have a semi-automatic fire mode. And there
doesn't that kind of defeat the point of an SMG?
Well, it has to be like my cousin owns a kind of SMG, but it only fires semi-automatic, of course. And that's
Yeah. In all honesty, you need a Class 4 permit to own a fully automatic weapon, and in a lot of states, that's all you need.
I'll just get an addle then for home defense, which no one knows what it is, but... Well, some people do, of course, but... Have you ever heard of it?
It is essentially a stick that yeets
Other
solid
sticks.
balls at people.
Not balls, other sticks. It's like a spear. It's like an extension for your arm in order to launch spears.
I mean, at that point, you might as well just have a bow. There's no regulations on bows.
Yeah, but you actually have to be like strong enough to bow.
True.
No, you don't. You just need a compound bow. And then even someone like Seth could draw it with their pinky.
Why did
And
you have
still
to
have
do
a
me
few
like
dead
that?
ones.
Like, come on. I'm bad at video games. That doesn't mean I'm weak as... It does mean I'm weak as hell, but...
Yeah, no, definitely.
I am, but it doesn't
I wasn't
necessarily
taking
mean
it
that.
there. I wasn't the one taking it there. You're the one who took it there. I'm just giving an
I mean,
You
Yeah, I
called
did.
me out saying that I wouldn't be strong enough to pull back a non-compound bow.
You're the one who said that you needed the strength to pull back
No,
a bow
I said
like
that.
No, Alan.
No,
Either
I
way, someone did.
said that, and then you were like, well, with a compound bow, even Seth could pull it back with his pinky.
Okay then.
just-
Seth, why were you only shucking corn rather than, I don't know, actually lifting stuff to buy your first computer?
No, that was detasseling corn, which is different.
Detasseling.
Hey, that's not me.
Yeah, I think it would be hard for a
Are
doppelganger
you
of
shitting me?
to sneak up on me right now.
Sorry, we're at 97 out of 100.
99 out of 100.
No, 97 out of
Or,
100.
yeah, 97. But we have 199.
Yeah, because I overshot last round. Oh jeez, they all just jumped in front of me. Like 4 of them.
Yeah. Right side. You just got the points from our specters as well.
Yeah. Alright, you keep defending, I'll handle the rest. And our specters will help, I guess.
I mean, considering we have 3 specters... By the way, there's a
That's not
point back
me.
here.
It even has my name above it. Are you kidding me?
Nope.
How better than you?
Oh, clearly not, because I just killed it again.
This time, though, before they could transform.
Yep. I'm so excited for this Strun Prime because I've got that ribbon for it. I'm hoping it's also a I'm hoping it's also a pump action shotgun instead of like making a change like before it.
You know the
Not a pump action.
The Corinth Prime, the basic Corinth is a pump action shotgun. The Corinth
Yeah,
Prime
but
is
the
not.
base Strun isn't.
It is. The
No, you don't
bore
have
is
to
a
pump every
magazine, but
shot.
the basic Strun is. Because the ribbon I have for it is minus magazine capacity. But it doesn't matter if it's a pump action.
Chamber versus magazine. Or
same thing.
I know
Well,
the
as far as
reload
video
style you're talking about, but that does not make it a pump action. The pump action shotguns actually force you to pump a round into the chamber every time you want to fire.
Okay, so the reload one
However-
shot at a time thing.
Yeah, I don't frickin' know the actual term for that. You're wanting a semi-automatic version of that, essentially. Right?
In any case,
Yeah, something.
the Strun Prime's dispo is going to be garbage and it'll be probably unslaughterable, whether it's good or not. So,
Gonna need your help on that over here.
On my way. Oh, never mind. It's too late, isn't it?
Yeah.
I heard Sark say it. Fuck.
F.
Oh shit, I'm out of core and prime ammo. I guess I'm using this dog against 113 enemy.
Do you not remember where the ammo packs are?
No! Okay, I got some. I got 20 bullets. Seriously? You took the time to pull up the app just to message me that.
Yes.
Is he messaging you something like fartsicles or some
No, he
shite?
said get good, scrub.
Sounds like him.
Yep.
By the
Did
way,
you see what I
marked
sent him last
ammo
time?
for you.
I've already got more. Thanks, though.
Yeah, there's more over here, though.
Did you see what I sent to him last time?
No, I haven't yet.
You should get him to tell you. I'm sure he'll love to repeat it.
No. No, I will not.
I could just send it again.
Dragon, they just did it again.
Yeah, I'm no longer bothered about making sure we defend the point as much as...
To be
just
completely honest, I might
getting
give up on
things
this one.
done.
This one's kind of stupid. If it was just one, I could understand that, but no.
I mean, this is for 7,000, right?
For how much?
7,000 points. Or standing.
It is for 7,000. It is an elite one, but like, so is killing Profit Taker, which you can do in 2 minutes. Actually,
Yeah,
probably
there's
less, but
really no good way they have ever organized time input versus your outgoing results.
or basic difficulty, because this one's actually pretty hard, especially for teammates.
Oh yeah.
If it was like 1 round, that would make more sense.
And the point of this was to force you to use a team. It's supposed to be a co-op game.
In 90% of Warframe, it's just pick whatever frame you feel like and go fucking do the thing.
Whatever, let's just get this round over with.
Yeah.
That thing where you hear yourself on stream and then you like...
doing Steel Path right now.
Dragon, are you doing that thing where you like hear yourself on stream and pause to not interrupt yourself?
Not exactly. Because I don't actually stream playing in the background. I'm just thinking more about what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. So remember, I used to just watching.
Yeah, just remember, anything you can and anything you say and you can and will be used in a YouTube video for funny clips or whatever.
You know?
Yeah, I've really butchered that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Steph, whatever you do, just don't make something where people can make you say whatever they want.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Of course, within reason, but even then, people will find a way to make you regret
I
everything
removed
you
the
say.
text-to-speech thing after someone found... Remember that? That happened like a year ago.
Oh, yeah. Because that was like one of the few times... That was one of the few times I was actually playing instead of moderating the stream, and somebody chose that exact to go like, I'm gonna spam the N-word.
Well, they didn't just do that though. They found a bug in my text-to-speech program where if they donated $0.00, it would still let the text-to-speech go through, and it wouldn't even tell me who was doing it.
I don't think that was a bug, I think you just didn't set a price.
No, I just said if you donate at least 1 cent or something like that, then you could do it. I set it to 0 because I didn't want anyone to have to pay like too much in order to do text-to-speech. Because it didn't record at all.
I mean, you can put a profanity filter on it. I'm pretty sure.
I did, and even then, that still happened.
I don't know.
Well, one of the problems with being able to even filter that word is if the person's speaking Spanish,
yeah,
not much you can do. Because for them, it's just a common word.
Well, I mean, the word isn't the same in Spanish.
No, it has a completely different meaning in Spanish, but it is the exact same word.
It's not the same word. It's slightly different.
It's and it does what you think it does. It's just not a racist term.
That's what I'm saying. It's the same word, it just has a completely different meaning.
It is a different word.
Yeah, it's like spelled and pronounced different. It could be associated.
I mean, that is literally the origin of it.
Actually, it's not.
You realize that, right?
I don't think so. I don't know.
It's not. No, the origin of the word actually came from a place. Okay.
Am I allowed to know this?
Of course you are.
I mean,
why wouldn't you be able to?
You should know the origin of something like this so you can preemptively stop stuff like this from happening. It's part of why people... Common morality problem where some people just can't figure out what should and shouldn't be taught. And then they're... Okay, I've been watching a lot of those Reddit videos where people just essentially read out Reddit stuff. And I have to say, one of the most hilariously infuriating ones to watch...
Are you? I fucked it up again.
Insane Parents one.
Yeah.
No, it only gets bad when you start seeing similarities between their parents and yours.
Yep.
Yeah, the only parent I have that I see those similarities with are my father. I don't have controlling parents. My father is a wee bit unhinged. And not in the good way.
They're a good kind of unhinged.
Yeah, there are some people who are unhinged that you can have fun hanging out with. But then there are people who are unhinged that are just like absolute psychopaths. Or, in this case, abusive.
Gaslighting doesn't exist. Yeah, I can't say that, can I?
Don't even.
Not exactly. Because really, the actual answer to what that is, it's just a type of psychological... Somewhere between abuse and warfare.
Just waiting on yes,
Hang
no,
on.
and then... There we go. Let's try again.
I'm switching to Tigris.
I've been thinking, Operator. I thought you'd want to know.
Would say something? There we go. Please hurry this time around. Yeah, well, that's what we're trying to do. I just, well, suck. Also don't have radar. Maybe I should add enemy radar to this build.
You should have enemy radar on every build.
It's on my pet, so that's where it usually is. Primed Animal Instinct.
I mean, yeah, most people do that, but in the index, it's slightly bit
The
different.
pets die and shit.
Oh, okay, it's the good map too, so we don't have to worry about them using a back entrance.
I'm sure you know all about the back entrance.
You had to go there.
Oh, shut it before he stabs you.
What do you mean shut it before? How exactly stabbed me?
I don't know.
now.
Just dying people.
And I hope my mom doesn't watch this particular video.
Does she ever?
Yeah, she does sometimes watch my streams. I don't know if she even knows about my YouTube channel though.
Are you gonna go and shamelessly plug your...
Yep, shameless plug, this goes in. There we go.
Hey, shouldn't you say the name of your channel?
Same on Twitch, everywhere. I try to keep the same name everywhere, except in Warframe I'm keeping it Step on Farm because I spent 3 years trying to keep it.
You're not just going to ditch it into the pit of ambiguity and irrelevance.
No, I mean, like, someone else had a basic account, like, someone had a throwaway account with the name Cephalon Storm. And it was just, that was it. They had never even played a mission on that account, nothing.
Just an account.
And they just held on to the name, and I had to wait for 3 years for them to have never played a mission in order for me to get the name from them.
Imagine they played a mission in like year 4 just to fuck with you.
Well, okay, after 3 years, Digital Extremes will let you take a name if that person has a name. They'll make their name something random and let them change it. So that's effectively what happened to that account, if they ever do.
2 years, 11 months, and they just play 1 minute just so you don't.
Yeah. That would piss me off so much.
Especially if they message you and you're like...
Get wrecked, nerd.
Yeah.
Or something like, pay me for it if you really want it.
Yeah, that would be... Nah.
You paid $5 to boost the fuck out of your GTA account. You know, pay $5 to get a name you want.
They'd probably ask for a lot more than $5 though.
For a name?
Yeah.
Not if they actually want to get paid.
Some people will actually hold a huge ransom over something as simple as a name.
Yeah, but
especially
it's like,
for a
it's,
famous YouTuber.
Oh yeah.
It's why you regularly see famous YouTubers have to go with an alt account or like an alternate name on some game.
No, I think they just do that to not get wrecked.
No, like a wildly alternate name or a name that's similar to their own but not.
Because fans will literally steal their name.
Stupid. I don't like it. I hope no one ever does that to me, but someone probably already has, like, let's be honest.
I think calling yourself famous is a bit of a stretch.
I'm not
13 old subscribers there.
To do that, but like, there was one person who used to watch my stream, if you remember, who kind of acted like that. So.
Oh, the only person who would probably steal that name right now would be me.
My younger brother would probably do it. That's
Hey Seth, you want to come here and... No, apparently.
You want to finish that thought before I do? Or?
I was gonna say, come kill yourself, because there was a double ganger of you.
Oh, well, I'm gonna kill you instead. There was a double. Oh, that's... yeah.
No, my clone did it.
What?
My clone killed your double ganger.
Huh?
His clone came over.
Are you fucking... You had one job.
Say it in chat.
One job.
Bruh.
More points
Embrace
in the
Tom
ball.
Hiddleston and do the Ragnarok thing.
Points in the
Yep.
open.
Or Dragon, you do it if you.
He doesn't have limbo.
No, I mean like say the thing. And...
Oh.
Capitalization.
I just typed bruh.
Investors
Yeah,
are
no,
say
paying
you had one
trust
job.
points.
Hey, that's not. Oh, come back here. That's not me.
Man, it'd be
I
really
just saw
funny
myself
if I
bullet jump past.
That's fraud.
it'd be really funny if I could just like
What?
I could
Corpus
play as
commit
the end.
identity theft.
I mean, identity theft is a type of fraud.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that what they did though? If they cop. Hey, don't. They did it again.
Points in the bank mean credits in the pocket.
you know there's
Yeah,
like
they
a
seem to
PvP
like
system where you could play as enemies in
It's a
stuff,
hustle market for
and then
annual
just like you try to shoot me, but I just bullet jump past you because I'm good at the game.
So, like, stalker mode.
Yeah, but actually in the game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna teabag the copy of you. Ah.
It's a hustle market for annual corp.
That's the closest you'll ever get to teabagging a player.
Yep.
Broker down.
Oh, that is you. Okay.
It is me and my double.
Oh, why am I
Oh,
carrying
yeah.
so many fucking points?
By the
Because
way,
you're a rhino.
I again.
It's in your DNA.
show-
Dragon, we failed one, so.
I think they technically show up as the in-between form and not night or day form.
Alright, let's try this again. You know what? Maybe I should take Limbo.
I don't understand how you're bad at pressing 4.
Why not do low risk? That's actually a good idea. Let's do that.
It doesn't work like.
Does it work in low risk?
Does it
I don't
work
think so.
I think so. It's just they're
Check
lower.
it.
They're just lower level there.
Check it.
I mean, does the thing say you can... You have to do... I don't know.
Oh wait, does it have to be high risk? Let me see. So it says like 3
Nora's
rages
got
in a
the
row
keys
without
for
letting the
one
enemy
lucky
score
drink.
in one max P index. It doesn't say you
Ta-ta,
can do any
lovelies.
risk. Okay. But we'll give it a try.
Okay,
And
then
low risk
I'm
is actually
grabbing
low risk is way
a
faster.
laser
Why are we
weapon
doing high
real
risk?
quick. It's your own fault. Bruh.
Yeah, that is true.
Investors nervous. Brokers
Ah, this map though.
The bell about to ring.
Eh.
This is the index.
I mean, it's better than the original version of this map.
No, I like the original version of the map better.
Start killing, bitches. Brokers.
But it's also the gas city, so they changed it.
I mean, yeah. I honestly like this version better. It actually somewhat separates off areas so you can't just be in one place and ruin the entire map for everyone by deleting everything all at once. But there are still some frames that can technically do that, because if we had, say, like a really high power strength Gloom, we probably could just freeze them in their tracks on the other side of the map, and someone could just pop their heads as they want to and as they spawn.
Yeah, but you can't maintain gloom. Not in this.
No, because the index points drain your energy as well.
Yeah,
It's
but
called
if you just have
financial
someone...
stress, I think, or whatever it's called.
If you just have someone stand on the energy thing, it gives you 50 energy every, what, 5 seconds?
No, it's longer than.
That's 5 or 10 seconds.
I'm pretty sure like max range gloom drains something ridiculous like 15 energy or something per second.
Yeah, I would use it just against the infested. Slowing them down as they get close to you.
So about 20 seconds. Somewhere between 15 and 20 seconds.
Alright, let me thank you.
I mean, we're now having to do, what, half the effort?
Half the effort per round. The rounds are twice. If we did this that one time, probably would have done it all. We're crap, so. No, just me in particular, but.
I was also gonna talk about that one guy who failed to press 4 and was in.
Failed to press 4 when?
4 and 2 is limbo, and then let people get to the gate. I don't know how like that's physically possible when you have one job to do.
You probably ran out of energy, but the problem is being in the rift gives you energy. Oh, that is that is ally, not an enemy copy.
So I put a bigger sword on my back since they don't duplicate your weapons.
I don't know. I think you just look at their health and shield, and when their shield is like 20 times the size of their health, you shoot. Where are the enemies at? Oh, I heard one. Oh, that's not you.
Gosh. That confuses you 3 times more, doesn't it?
Yep.
There's not just a doppelganger of me, but a clone of me.
That time it didn't fool me, but... Okay, I need.
Do you have enough
more.
now?
Yes, I do. I've got 19. I actually went over 50. Alright, are we actually gonna get it this time? Because that's one.
No.
It's worth a shot, okay? Maybe we can.
How long have you been doing this again?
Probably like an hour and a half at this point. Can I?
Yeah, I'd say about the same. I'll honestly say I wish I had my arc gun deployer on a keybind right now.
It doesn't work though. I don't think.
Yeah, it still counts as like being a rear wheel.
It just doesn't let you open your gear wheel. That's the code for it.
Pretty much, it's the same as ESO. Although apparently you can emote in ESO now. Play Shazam while Drusarin is carrying.
I think it all points. I hope so. Oh. Oh, was he making sure that one of our allies is actually an ally, not the freaking doppelganger that I just killed just as I said that? Good timing.
Actually, that was the one with the Ferox.
Yeah, the one with the Ferox is the doppelganger, isn't it? No, it's the one with the...
No.
One with the Ferox teleports, doesn't it?
Yeah, and places teleporters. Which can teleport other enemies to them. Which honestly means that camping their teleporters is kind of a strategy if that enemy spawns.
I got 11 right now. That's 14. Alien, what are you doing?
By the way...
No. What are you talking about doing again?
Did you read the message before that one?
What the... I don't even know. I need one more point. Where the heck... Oh, sorry, you were camping that, weren't you?
Yes.
Sorry. I kind of just blew it up.
Meanwhile, I watched Lockjaw jump right behind you.
I watched them all teleport right in front of me. You're right, that was a good idea. I've got 15 points now. But is that a thing? Can I go through those windows? I don't think so.
I'm going now.
Unfortunately, a lot of windows in Corpus style sets are real windows. You keep missing points.
Real windows? They're... What?
A lot of windows in Grenier tile sets have no window. Whereas a lot of Corpus windows are actually locked off properly.
There's actually glass. Oh.
Yeah.
And an X point fell down there. I can't get it.
Fell down where?
It's like an event or something like that.
You would have to mark it.
No, like, it's not possible to get to. Oh, that's your clone again.
It really annoys you when I teleport halfway across the map and it still exists, telling it.
I mean, I'm just like, oh, that is you, not like, or whatever. Oh, that is you again. There's an index point in one of these vents. It's not there anymore.
However, I will say that for all the downfalls of whoever the doppelganger actually is by name.
Bitch. That's her name.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, this'll work.
Okay. I just picked up like 7 points.
Oh wait, does it leave the points when you...
Any points on the ground? Yeah, it leaves them.
I wonder if someone just killed that enemy right before you bang.
I don't believe so. Oop. Up top and center. There's 3 enemies up there.
You just died, didn't you?
Yeah. You never
There's
check
4.
the kill feed.
Now there's only 1 left. And he left a while ago, so...
Shocking turn of events. Appropriate expression.
9.
Awesome investors on the floor today.
I had 8 points, pretty much same place. I think you got.
I
enough
went
points.
over 15 again. Oh well. I went all the way to 20 because you dropped 8 at once.
Well, you wanted that bonus. Here it is.
Can I aim? There we go.
I don't think your boss is going to be as happy about it as you are, but you got what you wanted.
Huh?
I'm making a joke. I guess it's kind of a more
Oh no, it's
satire.
Doom, who's also really quiet for some reason.
Yeah, because I'm on my phone.
I can barely hear you, and I don't think the stream can hear you at all.
I can hear him.
I could turn you up, but I'm kind of busy right now. I can't hear him at all, so you want to relay
He
for
wants
him?
you to look in general.
He wants me to look in general chat. Why?
No reason specified.
He didn't specify a reason why. To look in general.
Nope.
at all.
No, he did not.
How many points do you have?
I don't remember how many I dropped.
You just died again? Come on.
Equinox is not good as a point holder.
Then why are you picking him up?
Normal. Because you keep leaving them laying around.
No, you keep killing them and then picking them. This one. You picked them all up again! Fucking bank them. Bank them now, just so I can see.
How much does that mess with your numbers?
It doesn't. Let's get out of here. Finally. Okay, so why am I looking in general chat? I see I got pinged.
Oh no.
Hey
Doom,
Steph, I
have
might
you
do a
cursed
cooperative
yourself?
stream with you later if you see cat it, because I ordered my PS4 and Bloodborne. But I don't play Bloodborne.
Did he gift you Bloodborne?
That's actually a good question. Let me see. Is it cross-platform? Nope, nothing for... Yeah, nope.
Heck if I know.
I don't know. What are you doing? You glad my antenna survived all this way. Yeah, his internet cut out earlier, so at least we have that fixed. That's all my Nightwave done, at least.
Slash and bite.
Well,
The day is won, not with a strike to
What do
the
you
heart.
think? More Forma
Let's
or
get
what?
I haven't really got an interesting arbitration, but I do have a somewhat interesting way to help you farm acolytes if you want to do that.
I'm not stealing that today. Maybe... Well, I was going to say maybe next week, but then, how about tomorrow we can do Acolyte?
Okay, what time do you want to start tomorrow?
Same time I started the stream tonight, about 9 p.m. Central.
Okay.
Is that our plan for tomorrow's stream?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Alright, let's do that then, and I'll end tonight's stream here. Put together some highlight of all the best bits and upload that to YouTube. Alright. Thank you guys for watching, and see you all next time.
Rock on!
Sure, we can do that for an outro.